John Prine classic called The Broken Speed of the Sound of Loneliness. And Florence and indeed Malcolm Coulter joins me in the studio live tonight. You're both very welcome indeed.
Thank you very much.
I don't know how I'm going to manage both of you now. One is all right, but two. Florence, let me talk to you first. Tell us a little bit about your music career. I know you're from Fentona.
Yeah, I'm from outside Fentona. I was born and reared outside Fentona. And went to school in Fentona and then went to school in Dromore. My music started off when I was about 11. My aunt, God of mercy, was to sing in a concert in St Joseph's Hall in Fentona for it opened for Paddy's Night. And she took laryngitis, landed to my house with the record under her hand, played it in my house, made me learn it, and then I'd open the show for her because she couldn't do it. So after that, I got the bug for singing.
Yeah, I was just saying to you off air, the last time I met you was about 3 years ago up at the Northern Ireland Country Awards in the Seagate Hotel, where I think they're being held this year as well. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Normally when I see bits about you up on Facebook, you're singing with a different lad.
That's right.
Tell me about it.
I sing with Robbie Pearson.
Robbie Pearson, that's right.
That's right. I sing with Robbie. We've been singing for quite a number of years now.
Yeah.
So whenever Robbie gets a booking, he'd pull me in and we do the booking. And we've done quite a few places, like, you know.
And tell me about this guy over here. Or maybe he can tell me himself about himself. Malcolm, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been in the business? And
Well, always had music in the house. My father played the guitar. My uncle played the guitar. My aunt played the accordion. I started with the accordion, doing socials. There was three accordions and lead and bass and keyboards and the drum kit. And then I moved on to the keyboard and branched out then on my own.
And where are you from, Malcolm?
Tralee originally.
Oh, excellent.
In Enniskillen now.
Yeah, yeah. And how did the two of you...
Just met through friends.
Yeah.
Through the music and a bit like that, you know.
Great. Well, you have keyboards set up there and this lady has her singing voice. Maybe you'll give us an old song live in the studio, will you? How's that?
Oh, I know bother.
What are you going to do, Malcolm? 16. We'll do a wee song then called The 16th of May by Dee Riley.
Good song, good song. Today after my birthday.
Yeah, I recorded that song as well.
The 15th of May?
No,
the 16th.
Well,
no, I'm saying the 15th is my birthday. I'll not tell you what age I'll be, but anyways, batter away.
Happy birthday in advance. I lit some candles, turned down some music, fired up those songs yesterday, cracked open the beer and picked my feet up. I raised my hands up to the 16th of May. 16th of May, the day we said goodbye. 16th of May, I didn't realize that every year on that day it would be a holiday. Here's to my lawyer and the 16th of May. I got the house and both her children. I got the boat and a brand new Chevrolet. Well, he got nothing, I'm proud to tell you, due to his actions on the 16th of May. 16th of May, the day we said goodbye. 16th of May, I didn't realize that every year on that day it would be a holiday. Here's to my lawyer and the 16th of May. Well, see, my lawyer and I can testify the lady was a tramp. The proof we had showed the judge my man didn't stand a chance. So we lit some candles, turned on some music. He fired up those songs yesterday. He opened a bottle a vintage Chardonnay, but I wasn't with him on the 16th of May. 16th of May, the day we said goodbye. 16th of May, I didn't realize that every year on that day it would be a holiday. Here's to my lawyer and the 16th of May. Here's to my lawyer and the 16th of May. Thank you.
Very good. That's a good old song. That is a good old jive. And talking of jive, and I'm sure you're busy with the social dancing. Took off big time after the COVID, didn't it?
It has taken on, but Malcolm would do more of the social dancing.
More dancing.
But if anybody wants us, we'll do plenty. We'll do
I
plenty
will-
social
we'll do
dancing.
That was what my next question was going to be. When you're out and about, Malcolm, how far do you come? Have you come into Donegal yet? Or
Oh, I played Killybegs. I played Leitrim. I've played
any gigs around Sligo?
do 1 wee gig in Sligo.
Yeah.
Derry, London, Derry. But after COVID, up onto COVID, all
Yeah.
them wee clubs and all was going,
Yeah.
and that was mostly my venues. Was all them wee country clubs and wee halls and stuff. But once COVID come, they haven't reopened. The Grandshaw Club out by Eglinton there, it's quit as Friday nights. That was a good country night. It's quit the Friday nights. Even the Legion in Londonderry, they're down to, they've lost, I'd say, 70% of their crowd. They're just not coming out.
It's terrible. And you know, like social dancing, Paddy Bradley does it down in the Mulroy Woods now on a Thursday night, and I know there's one up in Buncrana as well. It's become, but like as you say, for the social dancing, if that's getting quiet, the big bands like, you know, Robert and Mazzell and all
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
all those big venues are, you know, they're not as popular now. I know the Allingham and Bundoran still go strong,
Yeah.
and our very own David James now is launching his
That's
own band
right.
down there on
That's right.
Saturday.
Lovely lad.
And what about you, Florence, as well as the social dancing? Would you do any weddings or, you know?
Well, we've done down the years. We've done lots of weddings. I don't think Robbie has anything in for this year's weddings, not as yet, anyway.
Yeah.
But the farthest I have sang would be Lanzarote in Spain.
Up the lights. Are you away on these weekends?
Yes, I was asked. I was asked out there a few years back, and then I had John McNichol invited me to join him on Glore Tier 2 years ago.
That's right. I remember I was just watching a wee clip on of you singing on Glory Chair today on Facebook.
Oh, very good.
I remember
very
you
good.
actually. I remember when you were actually on that series. I
Yes,
usually watch it every. I see they have 2 Donegal people coming up now in the
Yeah,
forthcoming.
yeah. Well, I
series.
was really impressed because I wasn't expecting it, and then everybody thought I applied for it. I didn't. I got a text message from John, and I thought somebody was taking a hand out of me. So I asked first. I says, "Could you tell me about the venue and all on it?" So he sent me back this, so then I knew it was John. So I says, "Yes, no problem."
Yeah, it's a great way to get exposure out there as well. You know, as I said to a few different artists who've been up with me on a Wednesday night, you don't actually have to win it. Just being on it.
I didn't win it.
And
I was happy enough to get what
Yeah.
I had. It was lovely. It was lovely to be part of it.
Yeah, because especially, you know, like you could be the best singer on the series, but you might win it because this thing of voting, when
That's
the public
right.
vote, you know, you might have people in a certain part of the country, if there were somebody from Galway.
Yeah, but they
Whereas
would have
up
known
in
me up the north. They wouldn't know me down south. You see, so there you
this
go.
is it. And then a lot of people in the north mightn't watch Tina G or RTE,
That's
you know.
right.
That's right.
You have that thing about
But
it.
sure, you have to have the rough with the smooth. You have to go along.
And how many nights, you know, coming up to summer now, things will be getting busy again, Malcolm. How many nights would you be doing?
February now is a whole lot better than
Yeah.
January. March is quiet. April's have there'll be more in April, but now there's plenty of free nights yet. Like.
Yeah, and I suppose coming the summer now, I know that the social dancing has got that popular now that it's not just on at night times. You might have it on a Sunday afternoon. I've seen there's venues around the country.
They have, I think, the Mountain Country and have social nights, and so they have on a Sunday, and the Ryandale and the Moy would have some
Yeah,
Social nice.
I've played the Ryan Deal
Yeah.
Malloy with Eugene Cunningham.
Yeah.
He's a great
Buckley.
songwriter as
That's
well.
right, Eugene. I know Eugene.
He's lovely, isn't he? He's a lovely man.
Come here, give us another song there. Tell us what you'll do. Seeing that we have you there all wired up.
Give me
You can tell him about that one.
yeah, that one.
Or this one. Right, okay.
It's the new Jerry Guthrie one. I have it out in me new CD.
Yeah.
Couldn't get my mind off you. Ever since the first night that we met, I have memories I never will forget. You would be my forever love, I knew, 'cause I couldn't get my mind off you. Oh darling, I'm so in love with you. You are my every dream come true. I know they've been telling me there's lots of fish out in the sea, but I couldn't get my mind off you. I know that we were meant to be. You're my shade underneath that big old tree. Your sweet love seems too good to be true, and I still can't get my mind off you. Oh darling, I'm so in love with you. You are my every dream come true. I know they've been telling me there's lots of fish out in the sea, but I couldn't get my mind off you. I know they've been telling me there's lots of fish out in the sea, but I couldn't get my mind off you.
Jerry Guthrie, Malcolm Coulter's version of it, and I was just looking at Florence there when you were playing that, and if I could only jive, I'd have gone over and asked her for that. I have two left feet. I couldn't jive to keep myself warm.
Remember what studios?
But it's amazing, isn't it? Amazing at the moment how many newcomers are coming into the business. As I say, Florence, from when you started, the amount of new people that are coming in the area. Your Jack Hughes, you couldn't name them. I get CDs every other day.
Yeah. There's a lot of young ones now. You know, we 12, 13-year-olds now up now. You know, there's Lexi and there's Cammy and the other wee young ones coming up now. So they're the future ones.
Yes,
The older ones.
there's another thing that's become very popular, especially since the COVID. A lot of artists, like yourself, Malcolm, or you, Florence. I don't know if you did it now, Florence, but you know how people would have gone on a night on Facebook Live, and to get a whole lot of new supporters.
Well, Malcolm and I went on Facebook Live.
All through lockdown.
Yeah.
Well, we only done one. But he done
I done 3 nights a week.
Yeah, it's very popular, isn't it? The response you can get off it, because I see my good friend Brendan Quinn had been out of action for a while, and he started back last Sunday night with the Sunday night sessions. And another thing has become very popular as well with social media now, not just the Facebook. You know how local artists can promote themselves, because up until recently, unless you were one of the inner circle, you wouldn't have got the gigs. And especially with the social dancing being so popular now, you can promote yourself just as good as if you had a manager.
That's right, yeah.
But it's good of the radio stations to promote you.
Yeah, a lot of the good local radio stations out there.
Right.
There's nearly one in every county now as well. And do you know it's been very popular too? The Phil Mack, when he started the channel 6 or 7 years ago, gave a lot of people that went in and made videos and.
That's right. I sent on videos to a couple of different stations, and they have been played. The DVDs of them,
Have either of you ever ventured into the songwriting side of it?
I write.
Do you?
Yeah. The first album that I wrote, I think you have it there at your thing, over there.
Yeah, I have it over.
I wrote 5 songs on that one. I
Excellent.
wrote Hand on My Heart, Alone Here Without You, Grant Me My Wish. I can't remember them all.
I know.
I-
I must download these songs. It's funny. We were talking about music and the way things have changed. I always loved the CDs because you can see who wrote the songs, whereas now up here on radio stations are nearly sent MP3s.
Yes, well, I've wrote a song and Malcolm has recorded it. So it's quite a nice song.
I'll do it tonight.
I'll do it
Ah,
tonight
you
for
can give
you
us
if you
you
want.
can give us an old blast of it tonight,
Yeah.
But give us one more before the news, and we'll have a
Serious.
quick break for the news.
Right, this is a wee duet that we done way back a few years ago.
Yeah.
We done it for the fun and it turned out all right. We think it did. Never thought I'd see you after we both said goodbye. Seems so strange to talk to you this way. If you're ever feeling lonesome and you need someone to call, don't forget the love we used to know. You got the same eyes that always drove me crazy. You got the same lips that said you loved me true. You got the same arms that I still feel around me. You got the same heart that can't stop loving you. Time to say goodbye again. We both be on our way. Loving you just seems like yesterday.
If you're ever feeling lonesome and you need someone to call, don't forget the love we used to know.
You got the same eyes that always drove me crazy. You got the same lips that said you loved me true. You got the same arms that I still feel around me. You got the same heart that can't stop loving you. You got the same eyes that always drove me crazy. You got the same lips that said you loved me true. You got the same arms that I still feel around me. You got the same heart that can't stop loving you. You got the same heart that can't stop loving you.
Thank you.
Move over, Charlie Pride and Declan Early. That was a great song. Charlie had it out in one of his last album actually was out on, and good song it was to nearly take us up to news and the hour. I'm not going to let you go yet, but Malcolm, who would have been influential singers on you? Who would you have looked up to, Irish or American? Which artist?
Irish one would have been Thomas Milligan,
Yeah, Thomas. I remember Thomas.
because I used to run about to Thomas, and
Where's Thomas these days?
Thomas is living in Lack,
Yeah.
and I used to run about with him when I was off. I'd go away with him in the van, like
Yeah.
give him a hand with the gear and stuff. And it was actually him and me that the first recording I ever done. He says, "I'll have that song out before you," and I says, "We'll see about that." So I went into Chris Clark in Oma, and he had all Donna McKerwin's. He played with Donna McKerwin.
Yeah.
And he had his own wee studio in Oma, and he pulled the whole band together, Donna Mc's band. And Milligan had it out a day ahead of me. But I done a 4-track, and that's where it all started.
What about yourself, Florence? Who would be an old country girl like yourself? Who would have been?
Well, you know, a wee woman called Philomena Begley.
I think I heard of her all right.
And well, I was very fond of Philomena's stuff and Susan's stuff actually.
Yeah.
And I liked Donna Fargo, Jeannie Pruitt, Tanya Tucker, Reba McEntire. You know,
all the good traditional singers.
All the good songs, and some of them are coming back.
They are.
They're indeed. So as I say, then as I said, I started recording. Gosh, that's a long time ago. I'll tell you, when I was in the studio with the fella that played with Nathan Carter. He was the keyboard player, Jim McVeigh.
Yeah, Jim.
And I went to Jim's studio and I recorded an album there called Time After Time. But I didn't know, I just liked the song. I didn't know who wrote the song. I knew nothing about it. I just said, this is a lovely song. I would like to record this. And he left it. He says, what it is? And I says, Time After Time. He says, you know, Crawford Bell wrote that song. I says, no, I didn't. So
come here. Can I get the rest of that after the news? I have to take the news now. We'll be right back.
Live, on air, online and on the Highland Radio app. This is Highland Radio News.
Good evening, I'm Tina Gates. An Irish man has died following an accident at a ski resort in Bulgaria. It's believed the man in his 20s sustained serious injuries after falling near the Bansko mountain. The Department of Foreign Affairs is providing consular assistance. Gardaí have ruled out foul play after a car ploughed into a shop premises in Limerick this evening. The dark-coloured BMW X3 smashed into a Spar shop at Father Russell Road at 4:50pm this afternoon. No one was injured. Thousands of people around the country are facing into a seventh day without power. ESB networks say 108,000 customers remain without supply tonight. That's down from a peak of 768,000 following Storm Éowyn. In the village of Kilmessan in Meath, this woman has been without power since Friday morning. She says it's been a difficult few days, but she's remaining positive.
You know, you have to acknowledge and recognise the impact countrywide and the tremendous work that has actually been done by the crews who are working long hours to try and get everybody sorted. And, you know, it's nice that the likes of our centre here, they've set up a little support hub for people. Our local GAA has offered to support people, and I think it's a great way for a community to come together.
There's a new scam alert in the wake of Storm Éowyn. Gardaí are asking people to be wary of anyone offering generators, chainsaws or power washes for sale door-to-door or in public places like car parks, as they may be stolen or faulty. They're also advising the public to be careful with unannounced visitors over the next few days and never let a stranger into your home if you're not satisfied with their identity. They say legitimate employees of state services will always have appropriately branded clothing and identification. Sinn Féin TD Pa Daly's been granted High Court approval to proceed with a legal challenge against the appointment of super junior ministers. A maximum of 15 senior government ministers can be appointed under the Constitution, but the appointment of super junior ministers who don't have a vote but can sit at cabinet has become commonplace in recent years. Professor of Politics at DCU Gary Murphy says Sinn Féin's trying to hit back at the new government.
Mr Daly and I think by extension Sinn Féin are claiming that this is unconstitutional and are seeking that the High Court would declare that to be the case. If that did happen, I think you would see an automatic challenge from the government, and this is almost certain to end up, I think, in the Supreme Court.
The Omagh bombing inquiry's been hearing from the families of some of the youngest victims. 29 people were killed in the real IRA car bomb in 1998. Our Northwest reporter Chelsea Keeley has the latest.
Today, the inquiry heard that on August 15th, Mary Grimes was celebrating her 66th birthday. Her daughter Avril, who was heavily pregnant with twins, and her granddaughter Maura, who was 20 months old, was with her. Today, a presentation from Avril's daughter Aveen was played.
She was due to give birth in 2 months. On the presentation, you will see a photo of the ultrasound scan of the twins. Our parents had discussed that they would be named Emer and Evelyn.
The inquiry is examining if the attack could have been prevented.
Animal shelters say they're in an impossible situation ahead of the ban on XL bully dogs. Shelters are scrambling to rehome the breed before a ban comes into effect this Saturday. After then, it will be illegal to own an XL bully unless an exemption certificate has been given. Barbara Bent from Wexford SPCA says charities are in a tough situation.
I mean, if you have 5 or 6 or 7 of these dogs and you can't go anywhere with them, I mean, what do? You can't keep a dog in kennels for life. It's not a life for any animal. So it's really a terrible situation for charities to find themselves in.
And that's your latest news update at 10:04.
And in sport, Manchester City have avoided a group stage exit in the Champions League. They came from behind to beat Club Brugge by 3-1 at the Etihad Stadium to secure a place in the playoff round. Aston Villa are poised to qualify directly for the last 16 after their 4-2 victory over Celtic at Phillip Park, but Celtic are still set to reach the playoff round. Liverpool are on course to top the overall table despite losing 3-2 to PSV, while Arsenal are in third thanks to their 2-1 win over Girona in Spain. Leanne Kiernan and Heather Payne were both on the mark in the Women's FA Cup tonight. Kiernan scored in Liverpool's 5-0 win over West Ham, while Payne netted Everton second in a 2-0 victory over Tottenham. In the Scottish League, Saoirse Noonan scored twice in Celtic's 6-0 win over Queen's Park. Munster have confirmed the signing of prop Michael Milne and hooker Lee Barron from Leinster ahead of next season. Both players have agreed 2-year deals and will link up with the province in the summer. Academy prop Kieran Ryan is also set to move up to the senior squad on a 2-year contract. Three-time Olympian Thomas Barr has retired from competitive athletics. The Waterford sprinter won a bronze medal in the men's 400 metres hurdles at the 2018 European Championships. Barr also finished fourth in the 2016 Olympic final, a race in which he set the current Irish record of 47.97 seconds. Tom McKibben's move to Live Golf has been confirmed, with the Hollywood youngster set to link up with John Ram's team. Ram today announced his Legion team with Tyrrell Hatton and Caleb Surratt making up the 4-man selection. McKibben is set to make his Live debut next week in Saudi Arabia. And Mark Allen is out of the German Masters after losing a final frame decider to Wu Yize. The Chinese player won by 5 frames to 4. Aaron Hill is 1 frame away from the place in the last 16. He leads Jimmy Robertson by 4 frames to 1. And that's your latest news and sports update at 10:06.
It's all about the music every Sunday, Wednesday and Friday night with the Country Boy on Highland Radio.
When you and Mom got married, people knew it was your joy. And when she gave me to you, I was your darling boy. And as I grew up with you, my plans were just the same. A little lad so proud of Dad, who gave me more than just your name. Dad, I have to tell you that you mean the world to me. 'Cause when I was a little lad, I'd sit upon your knee. You'd tell me lots of stories, one never was the same. And Dad, you gave me all you could, even more than just your name. I grew up with a real good friend. No one can be like you. You picked me up when I was down and keep me smiling through. And now that I'm all grown up, things are just the same. I'm your lad and proud of you, Dad. You gave me more than just your name. Dad, I have to tell you that you mean the world to me. 'Cause when I was a little lad, I'd sit upon your knee. You'd tell me lots of stories, one never was the same. And Dad, you gave me all you could, even more than just your name. And Dad, you gave me all you could, even more than just
is up to 8 minutes past the hour of 10 o'clock on a Wednesday evening with special guests in the studio tonight. Florence Gibbon and Malcolm Coulter. And Malcolm, you gave me more than just your name. That's the current single, is it, from yourself?
That's the title track of
the
the last album. That's the one Florence wrote.
Oh, very good. So Florence, I'm telling you, a bit of talent there. Tell us, for anybody now, you know, as I mentioned earlier on about any car over 15, 2015, there's no CD players in it.
That's right.
For anybody who wants to get your CDs, how do you get it? Is it on a website or is it at your gigs?
We have the USBs.
We have USBs of our stuff as well. It's like, mine's is like a little guitar. And I can show you if you want to.
Take it out and give us a look. I'm telling you, it's getting very...
You have a little peep there.
Oh. Let me... Oh, very nice. I like that.
If you open it up, then the USB's up.
Pull the bottom of it.
I see that.
Pull it down. No, pull it down.
Oh, happy days. That's very nice. Jeez, that's great. Where'd you get that done?
We got it done. It was David Doonan in the recording studio, and me and him were figuring out what we could do, and he does all these wee funny things. So we did that, and John McNichol was impressed with it as well. There's a few people now starting to do it. It's very good.
Put the camera on me there. I showed him. Look, deadly.
Yeah, we opened it out and see
open it out. Now that's the box. The box is very nice as well. But there you go.
There's blue for men and pink for ladies.
Yep.
Excellent. And is one album on that?
That's the full album, yeah.
Full album, great. And for anybody who wants to get it, how do they go?
Well, they can private message me on Facebook.
Just Florence Gibbon.
We'll be able to tell them, don't worry about that. I'll mail it, no problem.
Excellent.
So
that's great. And what about yourself, Malcolm? If anybody wants to get any of your music?
I've the exact same.
Oh, I think my camera's gone off a bit. Let me just see, can I sort it out?
Probably me hand that over.
Could have happened. I'm looking good again, not the very... Anyways, it's amazing, you know, as I said to you earlier on, I always love getting the CD into my hand because if ever I'm travelling to Sligo or wherever, I can stick the LCD in the car, and sometimes you might come across a track you never played on the radio. You know, like I call them the forgotten tracks. Because I remember one night here about a year ago, I started playing songs that you get requests for the current singles from the artists. But I had been listening to different CDs, and I said, I'm going to do a show now and play all the songs that I never played that were on the CDs. And, you know, there was songs on Randy Travis or George Straits or some of the Irish artists as well. You never play. And it's great. So, come here, what's the plans for 2015? Are you going to gig more together, or would you think of recording a duets album even?
It's a lot of work and a lot of money, you know.
Well, that's true, you know, especially when you're an independent artist. It's different if you have a big label behind you.
Yeah, yeah. But if anybody wants to support us to do an album, we'll do it. So if there's anybody out there that would like to spend the money on us, we'll have a go at it.
And come here, have you any gigs within this area in the coming weeks?
I'm in the Legion in the Waterside tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But I have nothing then to the start of the month again, so mostly Feynman Town, that end of the country.
And Florence, are you heading to the Northern Ireland Music Awards this year? Are you going up to...
might do, depends on what's happening, like, you know. But we're out now on Saturday, I think it's the Legion, and then we're in Mahon's Hotel through the week as well. I wrote it down now and I can't find it. Isn't that brilliant?
It's usually with me, when I write it down, I can't make out my own handwriting.
And can I do a shout out to a few people?
Please do, just before we get you to do your final song.
My mother and my sisters and brothers, Robbie out there, my keyboard player, Joe Mahon, Jacqueline and Andrew McMurdy, Derek Hussey, David Doonan, all in Fenton Legion and the Skillen Legion, Alec and the wife in Portadown, Neve McCusker, Karen McGilligan, Ruth McCartney, and Glenn in Portadown.
Hello to you all.
Hello, everybody.
And what about yourself, Malcolm? Do you want to say hello to anybody out there?
Just hello to anybody that's listening that knows me.
Great stuff. Well, come here. Thanks very much for popping into the studio. It's been a pleasure having both of you here, and just to wish
Thank
you
you for
continued
having
success.
us.
And maybe we'll see you around at a venue somewhere in Donegal in the near future.
If you do, pop and say hello. We're easy to talk to.
Of course, you are. Of course, you are. Come here. What song are you going to sing us out on?
We song that I wrote a few years ago. Take Me Home and Love Me Forever.
There's an answer to that too, and we say no.
Take me home, love me forever. I love you with all of my heart. Take me home and love me forever. I need you, I don't wanna be apart. I give me hope when I was sad and lonely. You give me strength to face this whole world too. I don't think that I could carry on without you. So darling, will you take me home with you? Take me home and love me forever. I love you with all of my heart. Take me home and love me forever. I need you, I don't wanna be apart. I watched you and she smiled at me this evening. The love for me was shining in your eyes. I hope you take me home and love me, and together we would walk through paradise. Take me home and love me forever. I love you with all of my heart. Take me home and love me forever. I need you, I don't wanna be apart. And now I'm here alone for you to love me. And I know that you share my feelings too. So hold me in your loving arms tonight, dear. No one could ever love me like you do. Take me home and love me forever. I love you with all of my heart. Take me home and love me forever. I need you, I don't wanna be apart. Yes, I need you, I don't wanna be apart.
Pure country music every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday nights with the Country Boy on Highland Radio.